first thing is when you walk into an ice cream shop, you like to hear music usually. Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah.
Like you guys like music.
It'd be weird if there's no music playing.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if we didn't like music too.
Yeah. What kind of music would you like to be playing in an ice cream shop?
It's a hard one. I mean, usually it's like the
Could be like a category.
like jukebox kind of thing. But I don't know if that's like my ideal ice cream experience. Like,
I mean, that's the first thing I think of as well, is like that 50s like soda pop shop.
I mean, you asked like what we would like to listen to if we walked in. Like, I'd say rap, but that's just me.
Okay.
I would be okay with rap.
Yeah. So like just kind of like top hits kind of thing, or.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You do
Maybe
like
some like chill wave or something, like something like.
If it was like my SoundCloud playlist, that'd be ideal.
My friend works at Ben and Jerry's, and they play like top 40 hits, and like it kind of drives her crazy. It's not my favorite either. So.
Yeah, I get that. So do you think like the 50s
It just seems like classic.
classic for you?
It just
And then
seems
for you.
obvious.
It's a choice, but not the only choice.
All right. All right. And you just want your SoundCloud like
Yeah,
just
just
on
like
it.
my playlist.
Cool.
I mean, I always hear the blues,
Blues?
yeah, and the jazz. Sometimes. I heard there's one experience is about a heavy metal, but that's good.
No, like put a song that you would like to hear in an ice cream shop.
Put a song.
Yeah, a song.
Oh, a song.
Like what's the name of a song that you would like to hear in an ice cream shop?
Actually, I don't really understand those style of music. The jazz, I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
So I don't know the name.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's to me.
But you
fine.
like it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And then usually, when you, let's say you're having ice cream, or you're getting the ice cream inside, so do you prefer it to be cold, or a little bit warm, or hot inside the shop?
It should be entirely cold.
Yeah?
Freeze.
Freezing? Like when you enter the shop? Okay.
You want it to be freezing.
And then you want to go change.
Unlike most
I mean,
people.
freezing could be kind of very experienced scenario. I mean, if that turn to warm, I mean, if I like warm, why get into the shop?
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. Yeah.
And so when you think of the colors inside of an ice cream shop,
Yeah.
which one would you prefer? Something bright or something soft and
Of course,
pastel?
should be something color like this because the ice cream. I mean, whatever ice cream's color is, it should be something really like cream.
No, I think you join in.
White.
I think we can have two
mixing
people as
some
well.
color. The same nice.
Okay.
Right?
The first thing that comes to mind is like pastels. That's because that's kind of like what color ice cream is.
Yeah, like the
you know?
bottom row of colors
Yeah.
is what I
Okay,
think
I
of.
think pastels, but maybe like put a flip on it. So like concrete floors, like exposed beams. So you've got like the softness, but then bring some like more hardcore elements into it. Like I want like, if I'm gonna go to an ice cream shop a lot, I don't know if I really want like the 50s like Fruity Tooty experience. Like I want a place that's gonna be cool.
Alright. Alright, so next we're gonna choose a scent. So just smell all of them and then let me know what you guys like the most.
I already know I'm not gonna like the chocolate. I think it's great as a flavor and weird as a scent.
Yeah, it's never like true to the.
I mean, cinnamon's not my favorite either. This is hard because in the context of ice cream, I like almost any of these as flavors, but for a candle, like I'm drawn to the fruity one.
Yeah.
So like,
Literally smell it
Well,
down
that's
the
the thing.
street.
Like, it smells like fresh pressed waffle cones, so like you know what you're like getting into, and that's always very enticing.
It smells
Well, it's
amazing.
like at Disney when they pump scents all throughout the park. Like you need that thing to.
Do
pull
they
you.
really?
Yeah, no, they do. They pump scents throughout the park in different areas to make you like want to come into their restaurants.
No way.
I mean, it's like, isn't it something like
I didn't know that.
the sense that's linked strongest to memory or something like that? So,
Yeah,
Huh.
it's
Okay.
really cool.
Interesting. So you just say like it would probably be like that ideal waffle kind of smell or
Yeah.
something.
yeah, like the smell of something that you're about to experience, like on your palate.
Yeah, like if I walked into an ice cream shop and it smelled like hot dogs and onions, I'd be like, well, this is weird. I think I'm gonna leave.
True.
Yeah, more than like this.
You know, like the chocolate one?
Yes.
Um,
I mean, I take the combined of coffee and chocolate.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what it is.
Do you like one with a strong smell though inside? Or do you not like when it's too strong?
Not too strong.
Yeah? Okay.
All right, so next we're going to talk about the time of the year and just kind of like the temperature. When do you normally like to go get ice cream?
I'll eat ice cream any time of the year.
Okay.
But like one thing that Leopold's does that like especially pulls me in during the winter is they have hot chocolate flavored ice cream, and it's so good. It's not just like regular chocolate ice cream with marshmallows. It's like,
my
ooh,
God.
it's January, the perfect time for ice cream, I guess, if it's hot chocolate flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of play off of that, like so like a really popular like beer to drink during winter is a stout, and Leopold's actually does a stout ice cream as well.
Yeah, they do
Really?
a Guinness ice
I mean-
cream
I've never
for
heard
St.
of
Patrick's
it,
Day.
so I never know.
Like I wouldn't say that I like necessarily crave ice cream during the winter, but I mean in that same vein, I guess.
Well, like hot chocolate's like comforting, so it's
yeah,
like,
but it's also hot.
yeah.
And ice cream is
Super weird, but it's
It's
okay.
kind of interesting. It kind of reminds me, like back to where you were like talking about the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if the environment is like really like comfortable? Like, there's like couches and like there's like a lot of like throw blankets and pillows and stuff. So it's like, so just thinking about like most of the time when I eat ice cream at home. So I'm like sitting on the couch eating ice cream. It's like the most comfortable place.
Yeah.
So like maybe being able to like bring that experience to where it's more, I don't know.
Comfort?
Yeah, like where you want to stay.
Comfortable.
Like I feel like a lot of ice
Like a
cream shops are
homey?
kind of like you eat your ice cream and you leave.
Yeah,
like
like
the
to go,
like the
like-
stools are like hard and the chairs are hard and like they're usually like especially Leopold's. It's like you come in
They
and
want
like,
you
you
to
feel like
leave.
you need to leave because there's so many people there. Like most people eat ice cream in the summer, right? So you don't want to go into a place that's like really like warm feeling. You want to go to a place that is like cool. So maybe that's why most ice cream shops are the way they are.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is going anywhere.
In
Just
Japan, they have tables that have like blankets all around them. I think they're called like kakatsus or something. But like, I don't know how exactly I feel about that. But if you wanted tables and blankets in one, they have that.
And then what time of the year do you usually eat ice cream?
Summer.
Summer and winter?
Yes.
And why is that?
Summer, of course,
'Cause
that's
it's hot.
pretty hot, but in the winter, I don't know. I just like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is kind of the ideal like layout of an ice cream shop. So like pretend this is the register, this is the line, and then this is the ice cream. You can kind of like play with them and kind of create your own layout where you would kind of want everything to be placed in the shop.
I feel like most ice cream places kind of just like have it down probably. I mean, like you're going through the line, you see the ice cream and like there's a register. I would prefer instead of like having just a list of the ice cream flavors, if they also had pictures of what the flavors looked like. Because if it says chocolate chip, I mean you're assuming it's gonna be vanilla chocolate chip, but like they could throw you a curveball. It could be chocolate
Chocolate
chip.
chocolate.
So you get to the front and you think you know what kind of ice cream you're having, and then you're just
It
thrown
looks
for a loop.
weird.
Yeah. Or like Fruity Tooty, you never really know what that's gonna look like until you get up there.
That's true.
So, like this, but so that you can see the flavors before you get up there. Because I'm always kind of like trying to like peek my
I
way
know,
up, you know.
that's always annoying.
yeah, I just feel
So-
like a lot of ice cream shops are like, oh, let me have like this like whole like snake line thing like you have in an amusement park, you know, where like you have to like go
Go
through
around.
the thing, the turnstiles, and then like you're waiting like the whole time to like get up here to like see the flavors.
But here's the thing, like, why do you have to have a line? That's the worst part of getting ice
Because
cream.
people are freaking heathens, man.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I'm not saying no line, just crowd to the front. I'm just saying, like, why can't I just play a board game while someone brings me ice cream? Like, why can't I be sitting by the fire all nice and cozy and, like,
Well, okay, so like service ice cream.
yeah, kind of service ice cream.
Yeah, but then how do you
You're more of a
taste-
person that likes to sit down and have like an experience.
I'm just the kind of person who's incredibly impatient.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. Well, see, that's the opposite of each other, though.
You're very patient.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, so
I can
if-
see him being patient.
Yes, I'm very patient. So, like, if you come in and you want to sit down and like have an experience, then you have to be patient to get that experience. You don't want to be like rushing the experience.
Yeah, but it's patient while you're being distracted by like games or conversation. Like, have you ever had a good conversation waiting in line to get ice cream? It's just it's just a place where you just stand awkwardly with your friends.
Yeah, but if you come in and you sit down immediately, then you like avoid that whole thing.
And the waiting?
The whole waiting.
That's good, right?
The whole standing and waiting.
that's the point.
So like, okay, check this out. So like, what if it is like kind of like service ice cream, where like you come in, you sit down with your friends, and then it's like it is like when you order a beer or like you order a drink. It's or
It's like
mostly
ice
beer.
cream tender.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, can I try the blah 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 blah.
I mean, yeah,
And
a
they'll
bar
bring in,
would
like-
be good.
And they bring you little taster cups, right? And then you guys all
Or
try them,
spoons
and
or
you're like,
whatever.
oh. And then you don't get like overwhelmed with like all the choices as well. You're just picking from a list,
All right,
Right.
all
and you're
right.
like picking your top 3.
That makes sense.
So here's a bar. It's L-shaped because it's trendy.
Okay.
And then you've got these are like the ice cream tubs, and they're kind of like set up like taps, like at a brewery. And so you can see the ice cream, and like you put it in through the top so that you're always getting like refreshed new ice cream. And it's also just a simple way to do that. And then you can scoop it through here. So it's like
there's
it's
machines
a
that scoop it for you, and you like see it.
I mean, it
Like,
doesn't
reminds me of
necessarily have to
frozen
be like
yogurt
that. It's like
kinda.
it's a bartender for ice
Oh,
cream.
okay.
So that way you can like, because you can have a good conversation at a bar, but you can't have a good conversation waiting in line.
So, what do you ever have the experience where you go to have ice cream and you like want to try like 10 flavors, but you can only try one? So like the most you can really try is like if you get like a double scoop of something, maybe a triple scoop or crazy.
Oh, and then you can have
So like flights of ice cream.
oh, ice cream flights. Yeah, that's trendy. Ice cream flights. That's what you
But
gotta
they don't
do.
all
I've
come
never
out at the
done
same
that
time
before.
because then they'll melt. So you just like get one and then the other and then the other.
And I guess you can only have like a certain amount, or else you're just gonna be full.
I
Like,
actually went
Right, it has to
somewhere
be
once.
small cups, like small.
There's also
Well, they
those
have
places,
those
the
tiny
beer
mini
places where they
cones.
give you like a bunch of different
Yeah, it's
small
a
beer.
flight,
Try
yeah.
the
Yeah.
oh, that's a
Yeah,
flight.
it's a
Gotcha,
flight.
gotcha.
So
Or
I've,
like if you get
sense.
wine.
That is
same thing.
trendy.
I've actually been to a place where they've done this. They give you tiny cones that are like
Like tiny little cones.
this big,
Like 2 bites.
like 2 bites, and like it has just like so you can get
Or,
like
the
5
tiny
flavors of
half a
ice cream
scoop
if
or
you want.
something.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
that's
just
so
a bite.
cute.
And then yeah, it's really nice. So you can get like
love that.
like what is that? Like a box of chocolate, but just like 50 different ice creams and like have it with your friends and just like
That is awesome. Does it like stay cold, like does there ice at the bottom or
What if
something?
yeah,
You know what I
if
mean? Does
there's,
it
like,
melt?
Some kind of like special proprietary tray.
Yeah, it has to, because if there's so many, I mean, unless you guys just like scarf them all down.
well, I mean, you can serve them like you serve oysters, but without all the
True.
ice on it, just on like a cold metal pan.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like or they could be like little
you
waffle.
industrial?
Yeah, they could be like little waffle cups that you put in like the cold metal. Except for you can't
Still
like you
gets a little
can't
bit
you
of
can't get
waffle
them.
with every bite.
Well, you can't make them soggy, so you have to put a paper cup, then the waffle cone, then the ice cream in a cold metal pan. It'd be like muffins.
Or you could do it completely deconstructed. So like you have like several flavors of ice cream, and then you just have like cone like chips, like almost like a tortilla
Cone
chip.
chips?
Yeah, or you like can scoop some of the ice cream and boom. Like,
That,
Oh,
that
yeah.
reminds me of like, because I used to, people think I was weird, but like for bagels, I would like get the bagel and break off the bagel and like dip it in the cream cheese
I mean,
instead of
it's
like.
really just eating cream cheese with a little bit of bagel, but yeah. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's like similar though, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
The other thing you can do is you can have curated ice cream menus, where like, it's like I've had some crazy ice cream, right? Where like you have like some like green tea ice cream and like I said, like
I
the
love
beer
green tea
ice
ice
cream,
cream.
or like, but like imagine if it was like curated to like have like these flavors that like kind of play off of each other.
Uh-huh.
So like you have like maybe you have like vanilla first, and then you have like cherry second, and then so like when you're eating the cherry, you're kind of getting like a cherry vanilla on the palate,
Ooh,
right?
yeah.
So like you
Oh,
do
and
like
then-
super hipster like ridiculousness with
pretzel,
it if you wanted
chocolate,
to.
caramel, ice cream. You could even make it super trendy and have like international ice cream flavors, like have like some mochi, have like some like
So there'd be
Mexican
different
ice
topics, so
cream.
you pick a topic, and then
Yeah,
that
and then you get,
topic
like,
has
4
like a bunch of
flavors
flavors
within
that
Yeah, just
has that.
imagine it though with like the concrete and the exposed beams. Like you have to get like the whole picture in your head now.
Love it.
Like the personalized experience.
Too cool.
Could be with the ice cream.
The register is still beside the entrance, but I remember is I can inside go to the what put it behind and turn on.
Do you think that's sufficient?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are things that the first thing that a server should tell you. So you can pick out some of the ones that you think they should say when you first enter and then when you leave.
Okay.
Are there ones that you don't like or?
I mean, maybe half your game
Mm-hmm.
could be like, what's your name? Because I sometimes it should be a little bit of delay, so I wait yeah, do you want to receive all this? Yeah, that's all.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
These are the ones you like. Huh?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
These are the ones he likes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh god.
I mean, I guess it's a necessary evil to ask if you want a receipt, but I never want a receipt, so it's just, it's fine. I think that these are all very generic, and I feel like
Yeah.
what makes like a good bartender, in this case, bartender ice cream server,
Yep.
is like the ability to like strike up a conversation.
I was kind of thinking
Or
that too.
know when to
Like when
leave
you
it.
first walk in, it's never like,
But what if there's a line?
yeah, fuck lines.
You know?
Well, I think a good bartender also knows when to like stop
This is an
talking.
ice cream shop. She's
Sorry.
so cute. She's like, no, it's gonna be a bar.
Sorry, I was a bartender
I
all
mean, the thing
summer.
is, that's nice about a bar is
so
that
funny.
that's nice about the bar
It'd be
concept.
cool to have a bar ice cream shop, but it's, let's say normal ice cream shops aren't
Yeah,
bars.
but the thing about a bar is you come in, you sit down, right? There's no, usually you're not waiting in a line. You come in and you have a place to sit. So you
Yeah.
know that you may not get your service
Do you think the fact
in
that
order.
like ice cream shops are annoying because you can't, like if you can't sit down, it's just like
it's just
annoying.
it seems like so
It's
turn and
awkward.
burn, like they're trying to get people in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
And maybe
never.
that's the only way it can be, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's not. There is. I mean, in Leopold, you are allowed to sit down. You know what I mean? So there's
yeah.
certain
But
I've
if like
never-
you're sitting while you're waiting, like I think that's
better.
and then like you have the chance like with the server idea and with the bartender idea, like
More
you have a
personal.
chance, yeah, to develop like rapport with the customer. And that's
Oh yeah.
super valuable.
Oh, be a
like-
regular in an ice cream shop? Like
yeah, I
that's
mean, well,
cool.
there's already people that are regular ice cream shops. There's no doubt about that, right?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
people that go like every Thursday night to get their pistachio, and they like would die if they didn't do it. Well, I just said like it's like the strangest flavor.
Awesome.
Um,
All right. This. So
So this
Yeah.
is like
These are all-
super generic.
you're like, I don't want any of them.
Like you're gonna,
I mean, like
it's like
I'm
you
not
know
gonna
you're
be
gonna
mad
hear
if
this.
someone says "Have a nice day." I'm not gonna be like, "God, what a generic greeting." But like,
Alright.
sure they can
I like
say it
it,
if
I
they
like
want.
it.
I'll probably say "Have a nice day" too.
Yeah. Okay. How many samples are you willing to ask for, like the most,
Man,
and
they-
take them out?
They like make you feel guilty.
I'll be honest, I don't really ask for samples.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't either.
So what
I
do you
like
think
the
of
idea of it
samples?
being based around samples.
Yeah.
Like obviously you don't want to come in and get like so filled up on samples that you don't even want ice cream anymore. But like, or
But
maybe
it's
or
like-
maybe you do. I don't know. Some people might be like
people-
totally
The
into
bar's
that,
name
right?
is Sam Pels.
But yeah, like I always feel like I want to try more things, but I don't because it's like an inconvenience for the person behind the counter, and you kind of feel like a freeloader or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
If I was, I for
And
sure
you're like
wouldn't do
holding
more
the people
than
up
two.
behind you.
Okay.
Like, if I wasn't asked for samples, no more than two. Once you
Okay.
ask for three, it's like, all right, I'm sure you know what mint chocolate chip tastes like, buddy.
But like I also haven't been to like an ice cream shop that like specializes in like we want you to mix these flavors.
Yeah.
Like we want you to like take the like our standard vanilla with vanilla bean and mix it with our, you know, like our crushed chocolate, whatever fancy bullshit, right? And like take them and mix them together. So it's like I need to try this one, I need to try this one. And,
Yeah,
like,
because I
we're
don't know what
encouraging
bacon
you to,
raspberry
like-
tastes like. I would definitely need a flavor of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if
but-
you literally have, like, it's such a crazy flavor, you're like, oh my god, I need to try that because it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like,
No, if you
you've never heard of it.
completely
that's-
compel me to take it, then
That's
Yeah.
definitely something
Four.
too. Like if I see something that is really strange and unusual, like I will want to try it, but I definitely, at least more than likely, don't want to actually get an entire scoop of that.
Okay, but you just
So
want
I
to
just
try it
wanna
and
try
see
it
if
so
you
I can,
like it.
like,
So
yeah,
maybe
see
if you
what's
do
up.
like it, you might
Then
get it.
maybe, but
Yeah.
actually, to be completely honest about my ice cream habits, it's either coconut or coffee.
Okay, that's
Balls usually, or do you usually try like all of them? So
No, it's just one sample. I mean,
Okay.
like half inch thick and this. Yeah.
okay. No, you know which one you want.
Yeah,
when
when
you
I
go.
get inside, it's just very obviously
Okay.
coffee and
Chocolate.
chocolate.
Okay.
Make sometimes it's purely coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
all right. And what size would you want to get with that coconut or coffee?
Probably this size.
Yeah, and like one or two scoops. I mean,
Probably only one scoop.
one scoop, one
yeah.
big scoop,
Yeah.
I usually like the little ones.
and cup or cone. Pretend this is a cone.
Cone in a cup because I have a beard and I have to
Cone
eat
in a
everything.
cup.
Like you have to have the cone with the ice cream, but like I can't like
Yeah.
put things in my face like a normal person, so I tend to like, you know, want a spoon and like break some off.
This is an unpopular opinion, but I like cake cones.
Okay, that's
Um,
okay.
Wait, what's a cake cone?
Yeah.
Cake cone is like the cheap little cones that taste a little bit like cardboard.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
they're all
them.
like
I like
yeah,
them.
like styrofoam.
I love
I like
those.
it.
Oh, it's a
I
isn't
like
it
those
like sugar?
cones. They're sugar
No,
cones.
they're sugar cones. No, sugar cones are
It's like, what?
sugar
Yeah.
cones have the same texture as a waffle cone, but they're like this height and they're more of a skinny.
No, I know what you're talking about. The ones
Cone.
that are like
But I'm
square.
yeah, so those
I
are
like
called
those.
cake cones.
I thought they were called sugar cones, but okay, they're cake cones. I like them
no,
too.
You're probably really confusing your ice cream person.
God, my life is like everything's wrong. All right,
So I had
and
ice cream served on top of like I've been to a place where they serve it on top of like a cookie or a brownie,
Oh my god, I love it between two chocolate
and
chip
like
cookies.
they basically make that cookie
Ice
or
cream
brownie like
sandwich.
hot, so you
Ooh,
put the
yeah.
and like that's the only thing is like everything's $10. So
Can I have a gummy bear?
and everything like needs to be split between like 3 people.
Anything you want.
How many people would probably touch those gummy bears?
No.
I'm
So,
fine with it.
Do you want?
It depends. It actually depends. I mean, if my car is pretty far and I will not go back to my car immediately, I will take it home. And but if it's just beside my car, well, this will
Yeah. Okay. So this is we're gonna we want you to play with like texture. So this is supposed to represent the type of ice cream. So do you like when your ice cream is soft or creamy or like crunchy? Like does it have stuff in it, like nuts or anything? Or
mostly is wait, could you repeat that? Different kind.
so it's like, do you usually like creamy ice cream, or do you like ice cream that has like stuff
Chunks in
in
it, like
chunks,
cookies.
Cookies.
Like texture-wise, what kind of a
Creamy?
texture?
Okay. And then
It's just
I mean, my favorite ice cream in the world is actually custard, so I would go with creamy.
creamy.
I want stuff in my ice cream.
You want something?
Yeah, I want I like it when you're like eating something and you have like this flavor that's like dominant and then like this other thing happens where there's this other flavor that comes in and becomes dominant, especially if they're like contrasting. Like, you know, classic like salted caramel, right? Like you're eating
I
it.
love
it's like,
salt. I was gonna say like
yeah, I know it's like the most cliche thing,
I
but
know,
it's totally
true.
true. Like it
So
like
true.
messes with your palate to where like you're like doing this one thing and then you're like, oh whoa, what's this other thing? Like that's like
so
contrast.
yum. Yeah.
I also am
So-
a huge milkshake fan, and if you get like something too chunky, then you just can't turn it into a milkshake.
It's true.
Unless you really just want to
Just
like
need
spoon
a
it.
really good blender.
Really good blender. Like super
Okay,
good.
yeah, that's
So like
my-
something I do with milkshakes, which you guys should all try this, is like I will like go to like, you know, like let's say I go to like Maggiano's or like some restaurant where they have like at Maggiano's, I say Maggiano's because they have a chocolate cake that is like a slice is like this long and
my
like that
God.
tall and like there's no way you can eat the whole
Jesus.
thing even with 2 people, right? So I take the leftover cake and that goes in the blender with
I
the
used
ice
to do that when I
cream.
worked at Starbucks.
Yeah, so
yeah,
the cake
you just
goes
put like
in
a
the
whole
blender.
muffin in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys
Killer.
need to get creative with this ice cream.
Yes. So the cake and the ice cream, I mean, it seems pretty obvious actually, cake and ice cream. I never really thought about that.
yeah, but blend it.
But
Love
yeah, cake and ice cream. Milk.
And in terms of spoon, like when you want to eat your ice cream, like what type of
This one. Yeah, because this one, of course, no.
Yeah.
And this one, sometimes, I mean, the spoon from the place like Walmart could be really easy to
Break.
bend it. So, and this two is too weak. So,
Yeah, the
I mean,
wooden
mostly I will use this.
Okay. Cool.
What do you like? Metal spoon?
Yeah, but I want a nice spoon.
A
Here's
nice
the thing.
one.
I hate like
Yeah, I
flat,
wanna be like,
hate
wow,
flat
look at
cutlery.
this-
Like
look
if
at
there
the-
isn't like a little bit of like
Yeah,
depth,
volume,
like
body.
depth to the
Sorry,
handle.
I bought cheap spoons.
It's
I'm
not-
really
it's
sorry.
not
So the thing is
necessarily your
normally
fault.
you get this, right? Or this. This is your sample spoon. But you don't get like a spoon. So, okay.
I'm ready.
Go.
So I have these spoons at my house, right? I got married and like I picked out this cutlery or whatever you
Yeah.
do when you get married, right?
Right.
And like they're beautiful, right? They're like $45 for the set, and like Crate and Barrel raped us, and it was great, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they like when you like scoop the ice cream or whatever, it's like they're so deep that like stuff gets stuck in the spoon every single time. And also,
It's so horrible.
also they're like really heavy on this end, so like if you set them on a plate or a bowl, they just go and like fly off everywhere. Like so they're beautiful, but they suck.
Oh my god.
So anyway, so like not that, like a spoon that's designed to like where when you eat it, like it comes off cleanly.
My friend made these spoons that change color whenever you put it in the ice cream and it gets cold, and then you put it in your mouth and it gets warm.
That's like a straight up like thing that used to come in cereal boxes in the 80s.
For real.
I was alive. So.
I missed that.
Yeah, same. Favorite flavor, pick it out. Might be there, might not, but let us know if it
Oh,
is.
he likes coffee.
Need some coconut.
And coconut, okay.
Yeah, I've had banana that was pretty good before that actually had bananas in it,
Oh,
but it's not a favorite.
I'm a
It's just
cookie
interesting
dough
because
kind of
it's not
person,
like you're
so I'm gonna
eating-
count this as cookie dough.
And then do you like
And then I
toppings?
actually like vanilla,
Okay.
surprisingly, because like that's
Sorry,
kind of
it's
boring.
like
No,
it's
it's okay.
post-it notes, you know.
And then I'll put other in there because I'm always down for like a
Yeah.
banana one, or like
Bananas
Cherry
here.
Garcia is actually my favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor.
Awesome. So you guys like a lot of different flavors, which is cool.
I mean, I like coffee and I like coconut.
So
No,
pick
no.
out the ones you like.
Okay. Here. Well.
And is there any other one that?
Actually, I have experience about orange flavor, and but you do not have this one.
That's an other.
Orange.
Do we have other?
No.
I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, orange. Okay, I'll write it down.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
And then in
Do
terms
you
of
like toppings?
okay.
Yeah. Do you want to eat one?
Oh, looks
You can try them all, man. Just to see what it's like.
okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Toppings, hot fudge. I always feel like a little bit ridiculous when you have to pay like $7 for a hot fudge sundae. But sometimes it overtakes me, and I just have to. But yeah, just like a basic hot fudge sundae, like the most maraschino cherries that you're allowed to put on it.
Oh my god. We should have got cherries. I would have gave you a lot.
Yeah.
Toppings question is that I don't like toppings.
Alright.
Because I feel like it's like distracting from the ice cream. If the ice cream's really good, then you don't
Distracting. Okay.
need
It's like
the
steak sauce.
Yeah. Oh, steak sauce is sacrilege.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Toppings
Yeah,
are
you
like
can't
steak
put
sauce.
steak sauce.
I'm gonna catch up with steak. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Are you even qualified to
more
be
talking.
doing this? I question your judgment.
No more talking. Okay, so like if it's cheap ice cream, then hot fudge and like all that stuff, like caramel, all that
It's
for
the
sure.
quality
But if it's
stuff.
like legit, yeah, then
No,
I
but
just
you know
want
that a
ice cream.
quality ice cream place does a hot fudge sundae, right?
I'm sure they do, but you're just like
And it's such a pain to like make hot fudge at your house, like or like.
that's
in
true.
the
It is one of those things that you can
microwave.
kind of only get at an ice
Yeah.
cream parlor, really.
Yeah.
It's like French fries.
Exclusively at.
But still, and like there's something nice about the like cheesy like jukebox 50s cheap ice cream playing place,
That would
right?
not be
Where
happening at the concrete exposed.
no, but what I'm saying is like that's where I get hot fudge,
Oh, okay.
right? But like if the ice cream is really good, you want the ice cream to speak for itself,
I can agree with with
right?
that.
I'm not sure, I shouldn't be trying to convince you. You can
No,
have the
it's
cherries
okay.
and your hot fudge and anything you want.
I mean, I like both. Depends on how much I'm willing to spend on it.
All right.
And then when you're already done, you already ordered everything. What type of payment do you usually use? Cash or credit? Card. And how much? Like, so pick a price. Like, if you were getting like your ice cream, your chocolate coffee ice cream, like how much would you pay for that?
Mostly $5.
$5.
$5 to $6. I mean, with tax, $5 or $6.
And then how much would you tip usually?
Well, I mean, I did not really remember there is tips for ice cream shop. I mean, because if there's a tip, which means you leave the things there and they will take care of the rest of things and then you got tipped. But I mean, mostly, like the ice cream shop in downtown or in Leopold, actually the customer just throw the things themselves. So
Yeah.
no tips. And the other two ice cream shop I always go is the River Street. And they shop they have ice cream and they do not have the place to sit. So there's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if you did tip, would you normally tip like on the thing?
I
On
will
the
leave 15%.
15%?
Yeah, 50%.
Okay.
Thank you.
Choice of payment. What I mean, it just
Just whatever happens.
yeah, I just feel like it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I know. I never carry cash anymore. It's really sad for people that want to do tips.
Okay.
That I always tip on because like I don't know how to like do it any other way, which I feel like is a total scam.
Yeah. No.
Like you're gonna tip like no matter what. Like you can have horrible service and you're like, oh, I need to press this button. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel bad if you don't, right?
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, the
It is
tips
good
are-
because people don't have to do math either. People for some reason can't figure out the whole 20% thing.
I am skewed by funny tip jars. If your tip jar captures my attention, I think you deserve me to put $1 in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is it
But what are you really tipping for?
What am I serving?
I mean, I am all about some tipping. Okay, I was a server for like ever. Okay, like I think people
Well,
deserve tips.
imagine
But like you're scooping ice cream
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there,
you're scooping
how many
ice cream
how many
all
people
day.
all day?
all day.
You,
That's
you
true.
All
your bartender.
day.
Like I feel like if
How
you're
many
giving
samples are you giving all
like
day?
okay, but like if you're
Come on,
giving like
give me some credit.
like recommendations,
You're just serving, you're just pouring a drink.
right? Like
It's
oh,
same
the
thing
vanilla
as-
is really good with this flavor. You should
It's
mix
like,
them together.
okay, well, bartenders, what they do, they're just serving drinks, right?
Oh, no, no,
You're
no.
making. That's my point. Is that you're making recommendations and you're
Same
you're
with-
trying
same
to
with ice
like
cream people.
you're trying to create something that is
See?
No, okay, no,
catered
but
to their palate.
now that he's
versus,
saying this,
like-
it's like, okay, like memorizing 24 ice cream flavors, okay. Memorizing like 40 different vodkas and 50 different like rums and
Oh,
like
yeah.
all that stuff and like how they go together.
Well, and
that
having a
is
good
really
story,
hard.
like as to like
It's
to me, a good bartender
oh,
is
this
able
one
to
is
the
harvested
storyteller
from
as well.
fog in San Francisco. It's
Yeah,
true. Like
this-
there
this-
really is like a fog one.
Oh yeah, I have some whiskey at home that is aged in barrels that are put on ships and sent around the world.
It's like this one was a sacrifice with a rooster. Like there's
Yeah,
a
it's
rooster
totally,
sacrifice.
totally unsustainable and like killing the planet, but yes.
Rooster sacrifice? Okay.
Holy crap.
How many difference do you think?
I would love to be like, oh yeah, like some.
Fancy, it sounds like.
I don't think that my palate
I
is
did a
refined
different
enough to
cultural
taste the
probe like
difference.
this yesterday,
You know
and
what I
I think I
mean?
gave them the same
Like
kind of
maybe.
vibe.
It was a gift. It was a gift.
And then, in terms of napkins, which napkin do you think would be best to have your ice cream? Yeah, this one?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah, because this one is too hard, and the ice cream on your hands is not like the oil things. The oil food is on your hands and easy to. Because this one is actually for the absorbed oil.
Oh, okay.
That's from the material. It's like that, and this one is not that hard and not that soft, and still have the potential to get more like creamy liquid. So I prefer this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about these napkins? How do you feel about these
Feel the
napkins?
napkins.
Feel the napkins. Touch the napkins.
I just already know there's nothing special about any of these napkins.
Yeah, what if they have like cloth napkins?
Okay, like I get it, like sustainability, but like a cloth napkin at an ice cream place.
I'm just saying, like the whole ice. There's no elevated ice cream experience.
I
Doesn't
would
exist.
love an elevated ice cream.
Doesn't exist. There's no place where you like go to like have ice cream after
There
dinner and like
is.
you sit down and
In New York.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
don't they
everything
have
in New
that,
York.
like-
There's totally like rooster sacrifices and shit in New York. Okay, whatever you want is there.
24 karat gold ice cream.
Yeah.
24 karat
It's
gold
called
rooster
serendipity.
sacrifices.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I want like this one because it's absorbent
Okay.
and I have facial hair issues.
I'm the kind of person that always forgets to grab a napkin in case, unless like my friend grabs me one. So
Are you a?
like no, I just like.
Are you a?
I use my hair. I don't actually use my hair.
And then, do you usually plan on sitting at like the ice cream shop, or do you usually just leave with your ice cream?
Sometimes plan sitting. I mean,
So this
Sitting.
one-
So then,
Do you like to sit?
Do you sit outside or inside? Inside. And then, what type of chair would be ideal for sitting inside?
I guess it's, yeah,
This
because I will not sit at there for so long. So that could be good. I mean, sofa. I don't think the sofa is really fit too because yeah, some customer they just drop the ice cream
Yeah.
on the sofa and then make chaos. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. And what do you like to sit in when you eat ice cream?
I don't want to sit on something cold.
Or do you?
Although if it's really
Go.
hot, then maybe I do. I don't know.
Do you like to sit inside, outside?
Like I like this idea of the couch, but then I think about like how many kids have spilled ice cream on this couch.
Well, let's say you bring ice cream home. That is a thing.
I like eating outside when I have ice cream.
Okay.
But I also like being like gathered around in a little booth at a dessert place, and like it's someone's birthday, and like that's their favorite thing is ice cream. So you go and get ice cream, you're in a little booth, and like you all have your favorite, you know.
Yeah, I just feel like this is like the obvious, and
But you can also sit inside.
yeah, and I like, I don't know.
Or you can go to go. Like, see ya. Did the ice cream leave?
Yeah.
It could be like a tropical place, so it's an outside bar, so you have like the bar experience.
She's creating an ice
inside.
cream place right now. I love it.
So you have like the outside bar, and so you can either just like sit or you can go. But it should be a place to
It's an
socialize.
outside bar.
So like maybe the picnic table is like nice because it's like social,
Yeah.
right? Except for people who aren't sitting at your picnic table, and it's like my back is facing you no matter what. But for those that are involved, right? 'Cause this is like intimate as well.
Ivy High Own has these really cool tables that like swirl like a snake, and they have
Serpentine
like
tables.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like those are always, I feel like those could be fun for an ice cream place. Or like I don't know, I like what they're doing with like community tables. Like just like have some games at them. Like sit next to something you don't
Yeah,
really
like
know.
feasting tables,
I like
like where it's like
those.
one long table and everybody just.
I'm a
uses it.
friendly person, so I like that.
Yeah, I tend to
Yeah.
reach out as well.
And like no one's in a bad mood when they're eating ice cream. So
Well, unless they're finished and they're.
Unless they are in a bad mood, that's why they're getting ice cream.
Or they didn't get the ice cream. So.
That makes sense. And then last thing here, just so what matters to you the most? So just put these in order into like from what matters the most to like least.
Okay, I see that. Well, convenience, of course, first, and efficiency. Customer service, no. Freshness, this one. And the variety could be here, atmosphere. What is
Decor?
decoration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So decoration can be something health logo.
Oh, and then that's just the question.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's okay.
So it's a convenience, of course. I mean, I'm not a person always remember to eat ice cream. So convenience is I mean finish the lunch or just go to grocery, and after I see an ice cream shop, maybe and then I may go there. So convenience, of course, and the freshness, of course. The freshness it decides what kind of flavor do I have, and
Yeah.
what kind the quality of ice cream, of course, and atmosphere and decoration. I guess decoration, the interior decoration actually decides the atmosphere. So
Okay.
that's fine. I mean, mostly the ice cream shop is not get that silent as other restaurant because a lot of child inside. So yeah, mostly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and not quite because they always have a very strong air conditioner. So
Okay.
and the variety, of course. But I mean, I stick on the two flavors. So variety is fine to me. Efficiency, quick. Of course, customer service. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, customer service not. I mean, I did not to find any customer service in ice cream shop. So
Okay.
yeah, health. I mean, all the ice cream there's no health.
No,
to
health,
say.
exactly.
Yeah.
You, that's what
You think?
oh yeah, I really care about my healthy ice cream. No. Convenience, I guess. Convenience and efficiency are kind of like similar. I'm gonna put them like that. Convenience, customer service, and efficiency are also more. I'm sorry if you don't really want them like this. Customer service and convenience, and efficiency. No. Okay, I can switch it up.
No, I mean, it's
Um,
whatever
I
you
guess it's-
think. It's whatever you think. So.
Like how this is becoming like a pyramid here.
It's just like I feel like atmosphere and decor are also kind of like a little bit
Similar.
similar, but I guess I care less about.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is mine.
Cool. Okay. Zoom in on that.
I think freshness is like quality of
Okay,
materials, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then atmosphere is probably next, and then customer service. I'm willing to wait so convenience can come down. I do feel like decor is part of atmosphere, like kind of one and the same. Once again, like efficiency, like once again, I'm willing to wait if it's really great. Yeah, choices, even though I only picked 2 things, it's still good to have variety for the sampling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe here.
Cool. Thank you guys so much. Seriously. By the way, my name is Esther
Hi, Esther. Jordan.
Jordan.
Nice to meet you.
What's your major?
Advertising.
Okay, good. That's
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you so much. That helped a lot.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for participating.